Hi Naptime friends, it's Tish with Naptime Creations. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing good and had a good weekend. Here's a little sneak peek of what we're going to be making today. It's going to be a resin smush slash sandwich on vinyl using my friend Deborah's Resin Pigment Canada Pigments. She has some awesome pigments and tints, and we're going to be using the September Sapphire tint, the Northern Lights tint, that's a white tint, and the Bella Violet mica powder. Check out how beautiful that is. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to be using my Promarine tabletop epoxy on this one. Check out the golden rod. This one is so beautiful. It's like a butterscotch, I want to call it. Super pretty. And then this one is my favorite. It's a color shifting Aurora borealis green mica powder. And you can get these pigments from her website. I will link all that information down below. And she has a channel too. I will put an iCard right here and link it down below. If you want to check her channel out, please go do that and subscribe and tell her Tish said hi. So that is the blue sapphire tint. It's nice and opaque, and I only put about 3 drops in my resin. And this one is the Aurora borealis. It's so beautiful. I wanted to put it next to the blue because I knew that that would really make it pop, being next to a dark background. Check out the Bella Violet too. Really, really nice. And there were no lumps in these mica powders, which is awesome. Sometimes with mica powders you can get those little lumps and it's kind of hard to stir them up. And this is the white tint. Really nice and opaque. So what I'm going to do, I will link a video down below if you want to see how to mix up your resin. I just did that off camera to save time. For this project I mixed up 8 ounces. So in my clear measuring cup, I did 4 ounces of my part B, 4 ounces of my part A, mix that up for 3 minutes, and then I flipped my cup upside down on my vinyl record as you saw, and just kind of got the excess clear out of there and smoothed it out a little bit. And as you can see, I have the cup upside down on my other vinyl record here. So I'm just going in and trying to get all my colors down on this record because I'm going to take the other one and smush it on top there and see what we can come up with. So I'm just going to go in and do some finger swipes just to blend these colors together a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with my heat gun on high heat and pop any bubbles, just kind of get the resin warmed up a little bit so it's easier, moving around a little bit easier when I do my resin smush slash sandwich. And to prep these vinyl records, all I did was I took a 3M sticker label, covered the hole, and then took it outside on a nice day and sprayed it with a coat of 2-in-1 spray paint and primer. And when you do spray paint and primer with resin, make sure it's flat or satin. You don't want to use gloss spray paint with resin. Resin does not like gloss spray paint. So here I'm just kind of giving a little bit of a karate chop to the second vinyl record here just to make sure I'm getting all the surface area of the record covered on this guy, and then I'm going to pull them apart and see what we can come up with. I was so nervous. I was like, oh geez, is this gonna work? And it turned out pretty awesome. Check it out. They're sisters, not twins, right? So I'm just gonna go in and add a little bit more color to these guys and just basically keep adding color until I'm satisfied. But check out that Aurora borealis shimmer. It is so pretty. And those are kind of like a color shifting pigment, I guess, or you could call them like chameleon pigments, I think. But they really pop on a dark background. They're really nice on a light background too, but they're not quite as visible. So if you want like a subtle hint of green or blue or violet or whatever color shifting pigment you have, then definitely do it on a white background, but you can really see them when you use them on a darker background. And this goldenrod, oof, it's so pretty. It's like I said before, a butterscotch, I keep wanting to call it. So I just also was getting the drips off my table here and making sure the edges were nice and covered on these, just around the rim of the vinyl record. And to tape them, I use duct tape. The resin drips peel right off of duct tape. So that's an awesome tip when you're doing resin, because drips can be kind of a pain. But resin drips do not, or resin does not like electrical tape or duct tape. So definitely use those. Duct tape is kind of tricky with canvas because it can rip your canvas, so just be careful with that. But on like vinyl records, tiles, wood rounds, it's duct tape's totally fine. And I showed you the babbles, I don't know how to pronounce it, that I'm going to be using for my 3D texture. I got them off of Laura's Art Corner on Facebook, and they're so pretty. They're like small, medium, and large sized iridescent beads, but there's no holes on the beads. I kind of wanted to call them marbles, and they're so pretty, you guys. They're just really beautiful. So I'm just going to follow the line that's kind of naturally there with my little texture baubles here. And then I'm going to go in with my heat gun on high heat to pop any bubbles. And I'm going to call this one done. Check out that shimmer. It is so pretty. So please go check out Deborah's channel, Resin Pigment Canada. I will link it down below and put an iCard right here. And you can get all kinds of pigment and tints and glitter and all kinds of good stuff off of her website for all my friends in Canada and also my US friends too. So on this guy, I just did one going straight across the middle, one line of the texture, and I'm going to call these guys done. I'll see you in 24 hours when they're dry. And here they are. On this one off camera, I decided to add another line of that texture just because I thought it was missing something, and I'm glad I did because I like it with the two lines. I was kind of thinking less is more when I first just added the texture with just one line, but when I put it in my dust-free zone, I was like, I think it needs a little bit more. But I love adding the texture because you see those lines that it creates? It creates these fun little kind of wispy lines coming from the marbles. And that's just, resin is self-leveling. So as it's curing, it's going to spread out. And the spreading of the resin, the leveling of the resin causes those lines within the texture. And I just love that. Look at how shimmery. I just love, love, love these ones. What do you guys think about these pieces? Let me know down in the comments. And then this one was the one that was on the bottom of the two. It's got some really fun blending, like right here where all three colors are blending. It looks really pretty. That shimmer is just really nice too. And these little marbles are so pretty. The camera's not really picking up how iridescent they are, but they just kind of change color to whatever way the light's reflecting. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you all so, so much. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys on Friday for another video. Bye, guys.